All right. So good evening or good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. And I know it's lunch day hour. I know this is going to be like a replay for a lot of people, but if you're watching my stories and if you're watching my page, I said I was going live. Okay. So hello to everyone. Whether you're tuning in on Facebook, if you're on our Goins Financial page, thank you so much for being a part of Goins Financial. Or if you're watching on YouTube and you have absolutely no clue what I'm talking about. Okay. So this afternoon, really quickly, I want to chat about legacy really quickly. Okay, I'm going to introduce who I am in just a moment, but listen, if you have someone on here, maybe you're still off for Memorial Day, right? I definitely want to talk about something today and talk about legacy. It's something that's really been on my heart, on my mind for like the past decade. Okay, so definitely going to talk about this today, because I don't want to shy away from opportunity. And for those of you, if you're already one of our Goins Financial followers, or if you're part of Goins Financial, then you've seen that email come out yesterday and we had this big promotion going on, right? But today I'm going to talk about that. And also I wanted to spread this opportunity also to other people. For those of you that know me, again, I am Allecia Goins. For those of you that do not know me, I am the CEO of Goins Financial and also a white label partner at Nove. And listen, I've been doing this credit money thing for quite a while. Okay, so shout out to our president and CFO behind the scenes right now helping me moderate today's call. But again, definitely want to get this information out because this has been something again that's been on my heart and mind. Definitely want to talk about this and what we have here at Nove and the power of opportunity. Okay, as I go through this information really quickly, again, I know it's the midday hour. As I go through this information, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about who I am. But listen, I came into this industry about 10 years ago and homelessness done it. Okay. So I don't shy away from opportunity. Opportunity is an amazing thing. It's taken me from being a single mother, working two jobs, trying to be a college student, to becoming an affiliate with Nove, to becoming a senior consultant, to then becoming a white label partner, to becoming CEO of Goins Financial. So I'm super excited to share this information, what it can do for you as a consumer, for your families, and also if you are a business owner or if you're an aspiring business owner, what it can do for you. So let's go ahead and get into it and talk about Nove. Okay, so listen, Nove is an amazing opportunity, and really what we're going to focus on today is about credit and money. But listen, when we think about it, when we think about economy, right? When we think about paying our bills, when we think about going to the grocery store, all these different things, coming out of the pandemic, everything that's going on in our economy, we have a major problem. Okay, there are still millions of people that are struggling financially. The reality of things is 1 of 3 consumers have a credit score 669 or less. Okay. And if you know anything about credit, then you understand that that is really not a great score to get you qualified for anything. Okay. So credit has something to do with your personal finances, your personal, your car loans, your personal funding, right? Getting even business funding. It has a small factor there. And for those of you that want to be homeowners, what we've seen after, the pandemic is we've seen a lot of people, right, have to deal with these inflated incomes, or rents, right? Because the landlords needed their money back, right? So therefore, when that happened, a lot of people were dealing with these increased rents when they could have been paying a mortgage. Okay, so the average credit score in underserved communities, okay, because we're really big on underserved communities, is 45 points or less in these other demographics. Okay, 50% of businesses fail within their first 5 years due to the lack of access to capital, and I always like to say due to the lack of education of a capital. We also have 2.5 million people that are seeking debt counseling every year to avoid bankruptcy. Okay, we definitely want to be a solution for that. Now, only 39% of Americans have the cash to pay for $1,000 emergency. So we're talking a cracked windshield, we're talking a flat tire, we're talking, God forbid, a car wreck or anything like that. When we live on the coast, so hurricane season comes in. So listen, these are financial emergencies, and not a lot of Americans have the money saved because there's so many other things going on. Okay, so listen, we've got a solution, because this is not a Debbie Downer thing today. Okay, we have a solution, and it is Nove, the credit and money company. Again, as I stated, I'm a white label partner with this company, and it's been an absolutely beautiful journey, and we're just getting started. Okay. So what we focus on here, of course, is credit and money, not only on the consumer side, but on the business side as well. So we're talking about credit building, access to capital, debt help, and entrepreneurship. That's what we're going to be able to help you do. Now, before I get into this, I definitely want to highlight our leadership. Okay. His name is Mr. Rico McDaniel McCambry. And listen, he is a founder, president, and CEO of Nove. Now, if you look at all his accolades here, it is absolutely amazing. I know it's lunchtime hour. I'm going to go through a couple of these, but listen, he's a best-selling author. Listen, again, we're going to be talking about legacy here today. And listen, your entire family, I'm serious. Okay. Our children have started to read it, and this summer they just don't know they're going to finish it. Okay. But our teens have read the book, and we're starting on our middle schoolers. But listen, your entire family needs to read the plan. Okay. Also, on top of that, he's written a book called The Fatherless Father. Had a 4.0 GPA, one of the nation's top MBA programs, selected number one in the Business Honor Society, Beta Gamma Sigma. He's been in Forbes Business Council. Now, I'm a millennial, so I may be telling my age just a little bit, but growing up, we always used to hear people like, hey, I'm going to be on Forbes. He's doing just that. Not only is he, on Forbes, he's writing for Forbes. You can look up some of his articles. Now, who's who in business and finance? National Small Business Association, Innovative of the Year. Listen, his accolades go on and on and on. Graduate of the last decade, but this is one that is very, very important. Okay, I always highlight this one because Nove made the Inc. 5000 list. All right, for the 5,000 fastest growing companies in America in 2021, 2022, and 2023. Now, why is 2021 so important? Because it was the year after the entire nation went through the pandemic. Okay, well, the entire world, okay, went through the pandemic. We were still able, as a credit and money company, to still become one of the Inc. 5000 fastest growing companies. I think that is amazing. Okay. So let's talk about this really quickly. So, credit, right? And we're talking about personal credit. This is our credit solution number one. Okay. So, with this, my no disputes, this is for the individuals that know they need better credit, but they don't have enough money, right? And so maybe they're already struggling, robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? Or maybe just don't have it in their budget. They don't want another bill. And you should never think that your credit is a bill, but you just can't see where paying, right, to get to where you need to be can be in your budget. This is for you. Okay. So my no disputes is the least expensive option. It's self-generated and AI technology. Listen, that means it's going to catch a lot of things that are not seen by the naked eye. Definitely want to look at that. It's easy to use. It's got point and click software. It's $139 to get started, $49 a month. Okay. Then credit likes. That's for the individuals that also, maybe you have a little bit more money, but you have less time, right? You don't want to have to send out your own letters. You don't want to deal with all the bells and whistles. You don't want to have to deal with the calendar, right? Knowing when things need to be communicated. So listen, this one's for you, and it's credit likes because everyone likes great credit. Okay. So $239 to get started and $89 a month there. Now, for my business owners, it's very, very important that you understand, and I say this all the time, that you understand that your small business is a big business. Now, when you go in Target, I actually went to Target this morning, right? When you go into Target, or you go into some of these bigger businesses, or you go into like Walmart or somewhere, listen, they're paying their customers business credit. Their employees business credit. On top of that, those things we're grabbing off the shelves, right, is business credit. Okay, they just pay the distributor later. All right, you can do the same thing, and that's why it's very important that we help you build business credit. Not only is business credit important for that, but it's definitely going to make sure that you can put yourself in position to get funded and leave a lasting, all right, a lasting legacy. Okay, you got to be able to have business credit. So we're going to help you do that, and it's just $24.95. And listen, if you are a Goins Financial customer, or you're following us, because I know some people are going to share this that aren't necessarily connected to Goins Financial, but if you are connected, please see us. We got a special offer for you for Memorial Day only. Okay, so we're just going to roll that out the rest of May. All right. So get with us, and we're going to talk about it because, listen, we definitely want to help new business owners get started. Okay. Now, all of these, and this is very important because, listen, the credit monitoring is important because identity theft is still a thing. We still see scams and all other types of things going on. We want to protect what you are building. All right. So you're going to get credit monitoring with all of these. Now, credit solution number 2 is Nove Debt Help and Nove Business Debt Help. Okay, so we already seen with the pandemic. I'm going to start with business debt help first. We're already seeing with the pandemic, a lot of people had to close their doors. A lot of business owners had to close their doors. Why? Because they did not, right? They didn't have maybe access to capital, or maybe they were a mom and pop shop. Listen, we have a solution for that now, and it's business debt help. So a minimum debt of $15K here will help you keep your doors open. Now, for consumers, we also have something to help with as well. All right. So if you have a minimum debt of 12.5, so that's 12,500 of debt, don't let this stress you out, right? Let's get a solution. Okay. This is not like a debt consolidation loan, but listen, stress when it comes to finances, and it's still, mental health awareness month. Finances is one of the biggest things that take a lot of people out. Okay. Now, mentally, people give up. We don't want you to have to do that. Okay. I hate to say that, but it's just money. Okay. But we're going to be able to help you cut those debts and get you back on the financial track that you need to. All right. and we don't touch on this a lot, but even this is important. And I know a lot of people don't like to talk about it, but this is why we're not going to sweep it under the rug anymore. Even debts are important. So when you're no longer here, your family's not, basically burdened with those debts. Okay. Now let's talk about access to capital. This is money solution number 3. So personal loans, a lot of people need it, right? We can do unsecured term loans up to 12 years, auto and student loan refinancing, any type of large purchases. All right. We're going to be able to do that. Business funding, startup loans, credit lines. All right. So put a 3 in the chat if you know someone that needs funding. Okay. SBA and traditional loans, commercial and real estate loans. Listen, I don't know about you, but again, I told you, if you live on the coast, it is new properties going up all the time. Okay, but listen, if that's the space you want to get in, so maybe Airbnb, those types of things, we can definitely help you with that. And we can do up to 100 million. You heard me correctly. All right, Nove financing. So this is for those business owners that are having a hard time because maybe you have a hard ticket item, but what the economy is doing, maybe your clients can afford it. We have a solution for you to where you can still offer this to your clients, get your money up front, and give your customers a payment plan. And listen, I promise they will be a customer for life. Okay. We also offer government grants. All right. Of course, we're fintech. All right. So shout out to all the women in fintech. So in men too, y'all too. But again, we have a very quick process that you can just search and see if you can get a grant. All right. So listen, money solution number 2 is entrepreneurship. So this is where I'm going to talk about my story really quickly. As you said, I don't know if you just tapped in, but as I said earlier, listen, this is homelessness brought me here. Okay. So listen, if you are someone or you know someone that is thinking about starting a business, I want you to put a 4 in the chat. Okay. Because this is going to be a godsend. All right. Now, what we help you do is, set up your business registration, your EIN setup, your sales and tax permits, business license, and trademark, all those things. Now, I really didn't think about entrepreneurship before I came into this because I was in nursing. I was going to be a nurse because they made the most money, right? Well, I thought they made the most money. I loved healthcare, and I knew that I had 3 children I needed to provide for. So listen, entrepreneurship really wasn't a thing. I had things in the back of my mind, but really didn't think about it. But when I became homeless, my husband asked me, he said, well, he wasn't my husband at the time, but he asked me, he was like, what is it that you would do for free? And I was like, you know what? I want to be a chef. It's something I always did since I was little. I cooked since I was little, right? I was always in the kitchen, always messing some flour, doing something. So listen, what I did in that dark place in my life, trying to come out and be restored, I went, got in school, got my culinary degree, and guess what? Nove helped me start my very first business. All right. So shout out to Elegant Occasions by Allie, but I'm now retired because listen, while doing that in that industry, you're probably wondering, how did I go from that to CEO of Goins Financial? Well, I was already in this industry. I'm a little bit of a multitasker. And when I was doing that, I figured I kept running into businesses that needed help. And then I was like, you know what? This is a little bit more passionate. I'm a little bit more passionate about this than I am about cooking. I mean, I can always cook, right? I can always invite someone over. So listen, this is how I got started. And this is very, very important. All right. So also with support. So when we're talking about tax preparation and bookkeeping, every business needs a bookkeeper, websites and logos, inspirational media, entrepreneurial apparel, all those different things. And the big one, will and trust plans. I'm super excited to be getting ready to talk about this with my husband at an upcoming family reunion. Listen, this is what needs to happen. Okay. Trust and will and trust estate plans. I know this is not the segment of the show, but listen, it's very important. Now you can also join us. Okay. And that's why I wanted to get on here today really quickly during my midday hour and talk about this because we're running a special, happy belated Memorial Day to everyone. Just salute to all the families, salute to all the soldiers out there that dedicated, that sacrificed for us so that we could live. But we definitely want to make sure that, when we're talking about this, it's still about legacy. Okay. So this is one way to be able to leave a legacy. Okay. So today only we're running $150 off the affiliate pro program that we're about to get into right about now. Okay. But listen, I know you've heard bits and pieces of our testimonial. You can hear more. Just Google Nove Money Reviews and you can read some of those reviews. But listen, let's talk about a couple more people. And these are my business partners. Okay. So Kim Connor out of Colorado. She's a regional consultant. Listen, she went from foreclosure. Okay. She's about to go in foreclosure. And this company helped her pay her daughter's CNA education, helped her buy her house. Listen, she paid it forward. And now, she is actually renting to another woman that's in the same position she used to be in. It's absolutely beautiful. She's a co-brand with our company, Wilfred Osario. Listen, he's in insurance. He said, listen, this just makes sense, right? He saw Nove and he said, I can provide this to my clients. Mr. Earl Fambro out of the Queen City. All right. Again, he got started with this and within 6 months became a homeowner, him and his beautiful wife. They're a power couple here with Nove. Keisha Palmer, she's a six-figure international real estate agent. Listen, catch me, six-figure international real estate agent. And she still figured, hey, this is still important. Now, she provides resources to other homeowners. And listen, she is killing it. She's actually a senior sales director. Jamal Flono, he's a sales director. Listen, after 7 months, guess what? He came off his job. Miss Nanoska Soto, same thing, national consultants. After 7 months, she's spending more time with her child and she is killing it out here, especially in the Hispanic market. Listen, it's a beautiful thing. It's a no-brainer. All right. So affiliate marketing, this is the new era of entrepreneurship. Now, when I came into this, it made sense to me because I'm like, wait a minute, I've been an affiliate marketer all my life because I've been referring people, and you have too. If you're in a Girl Scout, a Boy Scout, if you used to do the fundraisers in school, if your children are doing them right now, I know they're not as common as they used to be. You are an affiliate marketer. But if someone asks you where you ate at, where you got your hair at, where you got those shoes at, how was the movie? You are referring people to certain things and not getting paid for it. Okay. So you listen, you're an affiliate marketer, but this is where this is important because this is legacy. Okay. We're talking about better credit scores. We're talking about home ownership. We're talking about, equity. Okay. We're talking about all those different things. We're talking about leaving a legacy, like a business to another family member. We're talking about will and trust. We're talking about your family reunion operating out of the trust. We're talking about your family operating out of the trust. No debt left. This is a big thing. Why not refer someone else? Okay. Or just like Amazon, Walmart, and Best Buy, and they pay millions per year in commissions, but instead of a few cents to a few dollars here, we're going to pay thousands of dollars per sale. Okay. So if you know at least 5 people, all right, at least 5 people, and I know you do, all right, at least 5 that can benefit from anything, right? Put a 5 in the chat if you know at least 5 people that need something that we discussed here today, and you can earn money for referring people to that website. And guess what? They can too. That's the beautiful thing in this. You get to set your own hours. You get to work from absolutely everywhere, anywhere. And that's what I love about this. And we have 10 ways to get paid. Okay. All right. So let's talk about really quickly so we can make it make sense. All right. So credit likes, remember, that's the service where you don't have a lot of time. You don't want to be hands-on. Listen, if 5 people get started, that's an extra $500 per month. And then your business is free. 5 and free, we waive your monthly fee. Now let's talk about some other weekly retail commissions. We talked about debt help. If you help someone, you're going to get about 1% of the total debt that is collected there. So we're talking $250 there, $500 per business credit referral, up to 20K. And this is just an example, but with business funding, you can't really be involved with all that. All you can do is send a link, unless you're going to get up to 4% of that loan. Okay. So just imagine sending someone the information because they need business funding. They get qualified for 500K. You just made 20K. All right. It's a real thing. All right. Co-brand program up to $900. And that's basically where you have everything that we talked about here today, but maybe you have other services and you get to not only put your brand on it, but also benefit off the services. And white label program says, hey, I love everything about this, but I want this to be my thing. So that's when you become a white label program. Okay. That starts at about 10K and goes up to 25K. But listen, if you get someone that wants to do that, then you're going to make about $3,000 there. Okay. All right. So with the affiliate membership, listen, as you start to build a team with more like-minded individuals that are not only getting the benefit of these services, like the personal credit services, but getting the benefit of these different services, listen, you're going to start to make affiliate referrals and commissions and cabs. Okay. That's called customer acquisition bonuses. So you're going to make money from them as well as anything that they do. Okay. It's a big, happy family here. So here's the residual income potential. And it's all about having a heart of service. So the more people you help, the more, number of people that you have on your team as it starts to multiply. Okay. And listen, I want you to think about this because I know a lot of people just like, nah, that's making me feel uncomfortable. Please don't let it make you feel uncomfortable. I need you to understand legacy here. We're dealing with an economy, and this is why this company is so amazing. Okay. We're dealing with an economy that needs this help. So this is a shift in community. So just think of these groups of people changing communities, changing your church, right? Changing the communities they're in all across the nation, and that is helping the economy. Okay. So that's why I absolutely love it here. Not only that, as you start to run up the ranks in the company, you're also going to get some luxury car bonus and mortgage car payments. You're going to qualify up to $3,000 there as you get to certain ranks. And listen, if you're wondering how in the world do I learn how to do all this, it just sounds like a lot. Listen, you get a learning platform where you can complete the learning system yourself, learn at your own pace. You have short videos and simple scripts. You become a true professional. And listen, we have individuals just like me, just like my husband, and just like many of the other affiliates that are watching right now that are going to help you. Okay. So this is very, very powerful. So again, on top of that, you get to network and train with 6 and 7 figure earners. Now, I absolutely love this part because one thing I didn't tell you, all right, to God be the glory, is I'm also the executive event coordinator of Nove. Now, let me tell you, when I was homeless, this will always be part of my story, but when I was homeless, I really didn't have anything. I didn't have anybody in my corner, and I used to get on these conference calls every single night. And just something in me, because I was still on my faith walk, reconnecting with God, but I was on this walk and I'm just like, you know what, maybe if I just listen to him, or maybe, if I just believe what they're telling me, right? Because this is something completely different. One day it's going to be me. And I always have this story about getting in the room. I sat in many rooms where no one in that room knew I was homeless. I played the part. I wore the mask. I did what I had to do, but no one in a lot of those rooms for a couple of months knew that my children were at home on a mattress at somebody's house or on a couch. And I was feeling guilty because I'm at these events and everything is just absolutely amazing, right? No one knew what I was going through in the back end. And it's like that with a lot of events. But let me just tell you, when you get in the room and network and train with 6 and 7 figure earners, it is just a matter of time before that success starts to run off on you or rub off on you. I promise. Just get in the room. Okay. So to God be the glory for that. I'm honored to do that. And speaking of that, we do bilingual events. We also do yacht parties and lifestyle events. We're going to have a huge one out in Miami. Okay. It's an annual. We do it every year, a regional training and all white yacht party. This year we're doing a sneaker ball edition. But listen, we have events every year. So you get to meet these individuals. You get to hear from people and keynote speakers that are going to inspire you. Because listen, a lot of people that you see successful may be going through the same thing that you're going through. And you just need to hear it. You just need to see it for yourself and physically see it for yourself so that you can do it. Okay. Leaderboard competitions, monthly cash prizes, just for being supportive, right? Quarterly online trainings and cash prizes, live customer service. Yes, we have a real office and our staff is absolutely amazing. Okay. And you to learn as you earn. Okay. Now, it's been absolutely phenomenal being a white label partner with this company. And also, for anyone, again, that is watching right now, maybe, you don't know me personally, but you want to get started. Listen, you can get started. Okay. So as you see rolling across the screen down there right now, Affiliate Basic is disabled. Okay. The only option you have right now is to enroll as Affiliate Pro. But guess what? It's the same price as Affiliate Basic. So $199 to get started just for today. Listen, if anything made sense today and you're ready to get started, go ahead and get started. You're going to get everything that's included that we talked about today, as far as, the credit monitoring and MyNova disputes. And listen, you're going to be able to build a team and start to make some serious income. Remember, once you get 5 people on your team, that $99 fee is waived. So 5 and free, and you waive your monthly fee. Your whole life becomes a tax write-off. I know my husband hates when I say that, but it's true. And then we also donate a portion of our proceeds to Nove Cares, where they help the elderly. We do book bag drives. Right now it's in Georgia, but we're trying to spread that all across the nation. Okay. Christmas in July, helping the elderly, doing those types of things. And shout out to Nove's president, CEO, and COO. They're doing that right there. And also the president of Nove Cares. Listen, the CEO of Nove Cares. Listen, they're doing phenomenal things. It's absolutely beautiful to see whenever they do it. But again, we want to do that in some other places. All right. So right now it's just time to make a decision. I want to thank you for joining in with us. Maybe you're not interested, but listen, I want you to do me one favor. Okay. Do me one favor. Go ahead and put down in the chat, say, invite somebody, tag somebody, right? I thought maybe you could use this information and share it with them. If you're interested and have questions, put a 2 down at the bottom of the chat, and we're gonna get those questions answered for you. And lastly, if you're interested and you are ready to get started, and listen, go ahead and put a 3 in the chat. We're gonna get you started. And listen, we're also gonna give you a free vacation. Okay. For real. All right. So listen, thank you so much. Go ahead and text 1, 2, or 3 to your inviter. Thank you so much for tuning in with me on this midday, or watching the replay wherever you're watching it in from. Tuning in from. Remember, this flash sale is only lasting until the end of today. But please don't let that, stop you. If you can't afford it today, please don't let it stop you in budgeting and getting started. Because listen, I greatly am so serious about opportunity, because opportunity changed my life in the middle of a point where I never thought like I'd get out of what I was in, and change my life. And it's been a marvelous journey. All right. So listen, let's get you growing. Thank you so much. And again, welcome to Nove and the lifestyle that you deserve. And listen, if you're watching right now and again, you are connected, please, please, please make sure that you are tuning in with us. All right. And we're going to go ahead and get on the line with you and get you started. All right. So have a rest of your day, rest of your week. See you later.